All right, guys. It's Juneteenth. We're here in Riverbank Park. You see how old I am? Oh my goodness. It's been a while since we've been in Riverbank Park, hasn't it? Oh my goodness. Let me pretend like that didn't happen. Hey everybody, how you guys doing?
All right.
No, that wasn't good enough. How you guys doing?
All right.
My God, there's some beautiful black folks out here tonight. Give yourselves a round of applause.
All right.
Oh, there's a couple white folks too. Give them applause too. Nice, guys. It's Juneteenth, African American Independence Day. I need to thank you guys for coming out. That parade was wonderful, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Wonderful. We got some folks watching on live stream on Facebook, so you make sure we cut up here when the activities start. Can you do that for me? We want to represent Flint, right? All right, how many people, is this the first time you celebrated a Juneteenth celebration? By show of hands, if it's your first Juneteenth celebration. Oh, my job is done. I don't need to tell nobody nothing. Only 3 of y'all and 2 of them will wait. I'm sorry. I'm going to school you anyway, all right? Listen up, it was 1865, almost 2.5 years after the Emancipation Proclamation was signed, when General Gordon Granger and his troops were dispatched to Galveston, Texas to announce to the last of the enslaved people that they had won their freedom. Now, they say others were sent. They say the Pony Express went. And they say other messengers were sent to Texas to let these people know that they had won their freedom. So the slaves knew they were free. But the ranchers wouldn't let them go. The ranchers wouldn't let them go. So it was almost 2.5 years after the Emancipation Proclamation was signed when General Gordon Granger went down there and made them. You feel me? You know, they went to the continent of Africa and they stole our kings and queens. They threw us in the hulls of ships where we died by the thousands across what's known as the Middle Passage. Then we arrived here in America to this peculiar institution called slavery. Even after slavery was abolished, we still had the rough road to go. We had Jim Crow, segregation, lynchings, the Ku Klux Klan. Do you guys feel me here? It's been a hard road to hoe.
And we're regressing.
We are the children of those who chose to survive. Do you feel me?
Yeah.
I don't think so. I'm going to say it again, and I'm going to ask you to say it after me. We are the children of those who chose to survive.
We are the children of those who chose to survive.
I like it, but we're going to do it in unison. 1, 2, 3. We
are the children of those who chose to survive.
Oh my goodness, you guys are horrible.
Right.
We got to do this again, right? We got the 3 count? Okay,
Right.
maybe I should lead them. We are the children of those who chose to survive. We are the children of those who chose to survive. So you know what that means? Your great-great-great-great-great-great-granny was bad. It was bad. And your great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, he was a force to be reckoned with. Because a whole bunch of folks that aren't here because their ancestors did not choose to survive. So you guys are greatness amongst yourselves. You are greatness standing on your ancestors' shoulders. Now, I need to ask you this. Is what you're doing for your community today, is how you're giving back to your society, is it how you join the village going to make them proud of your actions? Is what you're doing right now forwarding our efforts and our desires and our needs, or are you holding us back? Because half the hands have to go down, because half of y'all is holding us back. Half of us are going forward. I need you to decide what that is, because, you know, we are the children of those who chose to survive, and by being those survivors, by being the ancestors of survivors, them. And I don't think we owe them by sagging our pants. I don't think that's what they're looking for. I don't think we owe them for putting spinners on our cars. I don't think that's what they wanted for. I don't think they wanted for every weekend. I don't think that's what they died for. Do you? We gotta stop it, y'all. We gotta stop it. We don't need any people over our community. We're doing it to ourselves. We're doing it to ourselves, and you guys know who these people are. You know who they are. And if you're not pulling them aside and acting on the fly right, you are the problem. You got two choices. You can be part of the solution, or you can be part of the problem. I prefer the first. Can I get an amen? We're the children who chose to survive. You know, Washington, I'm gonna leave you with this. Where is Brother Dwan? Dwan, you take this mic over for me? Brother, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna bring the mayor up, because I know she's on a tight schedule. And then Dwan take over. But one of my favorite quotes, my favorite quote, is from Brother Booker T. Washington. You know, Booker T said, "Players, we need to know how to others," and he was right. W.E.B. Du Bois said, "No, we need to go to college. We need to get education. We need engineers. We need teachers. We need scholars." And they fought about it. They fought about it. But both roads were the right road to go. We needed to do both. And Booker T said, he said, "In all things purely social." And you know, I want to go to a hammer dropper or Rubes and shake my thing. That's social. If I want to play baseball or softball or bungee jump, that's social. If I want to play baseball or basketball or football, that's social. And we can be as separate as the fingers. But he goes on to say we need to be one, like the hand, in all things to our mutual progress. So you know what he's talking about there? He's talking about educating your babies. He's talking about keeping your community safe. He's talking about planning for the future. So in all things purely social, we can be as separate as the fingers, y'all. But we need to be one like the hand in all things beneficial to our mutual progress. Thank you, and welcome to the village. That said, and without further ado, I'd like to bring forward the wonderful, the illustrious, what else do I say? I want to say struggling, but she's not struggling. I think she's thriving with all the adversity that's been set upon her desk. So let's give a warm round of applause to our mayor, Dr. Karen Weaver.
And where is Dawn?
It pays.
Good evening, everybody. And I'm so glad to see everybody here celebrating Juneteenth or Independence Day. And this is a wonderful turnout. And I heard the parade was great. Yeah? Well, say it louder. Okay, good. You know what? And where is Miss Deloney? I really want to take the opportunity to thank you we need to take an opportunity to thank you, because there are some traditions that should not die. And us celebrating Juneteenth and knowing about our history is one of them. And so we thank you for keeping this alive for the city of Flint and for us to know our culture. It was so funny. We saw, okay, this young lady right here, we were saying when some of us were that age, we didn't even know about it. And so you're bringing our history to young people as well. And so we thank you and we applaud you and we salute you for everything you've done to keep Juneteenth going for Flint. I we just want people to come and have a good time because people don't know how much fun the city of Flint. So come I know somebody's live streaming this, so I hope you're watching. We want everybody to come down. Everybody is invited and welcome to the Juneteenth celebration. There's food, there's activities, there's music, there's drums, there's all kind of stuff going on. So we just want everybody here, and I want to thank everybody for coming. You know, I've never seen Dewan stand off the stage and be this quiet in my life. Dewan, come on up here. Because I know he's been helping. I know you've been helping with this. Oh, he said he's just the background. But no, we got to thank Dewan because he might be in the background, but he's helped keep this going, and we appreciate it, Dewan. We really, really do. I know you got something to say.
I'm gonna bring up the young people, so once you gotta.
Go ahead.
So I just want to say thank y'all for coming out. We want to make sure that we understand the essence of Juneteenth. June 19th is African American Independence Day. Want to make sure that we keep that in stays, doing what they have. Good time. Let's enjoy each other's company, and let's talk facts. People will come up and grace the stage. So just have a good time and enjoy yourself.
Okay, who's coming? I'm done talking. Who's coming up next?
Okay. So with that being said, let's bring up a couple young people from Freedom School, and they'll start us off. So let's come on up.
And Jake May is here to take pictures, and he takes some of the best pictures around. So we're lucky to have him here.
I know.
Photographing for us.
And big
Who
shout
was
out.
that? Wait a minute.
Big shout out. That's my little brother.
Ah.
No, that's Jeremy. Is also
Jeremy. Yep.
He graduated with your daughter.
Which one?
Hey.
Ah, that's why it's been so long.
Yeah. And then we got Paul
Juniors. We got a lot of people out here to help us capture everything going on for Juneteenth. And that's a great thing of us to make it happen. It sure does. Well, thank you. Come on.
Okay, well, we'll turn it over to you, young folks. You ready? No? Okay. All right, no problem. Yeah. So, matter of fact, read off one. Listen up, everybody. Let's get everybody's attention. The kids okay? Now, the mayor will read off a fun fact for us for Juneteenth. We do have prizes, so we do giveaways as well. So we want to see and test everybody's knowledge. So,
Do the first one? Okay. Number one, slaves had already been emancipated, they just didn't know it. The June 19th announcement came more than 2.5 years after Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation on January 1st, 1863. So technically, from the Union's perspective, the 250,000 slaves in Texas were already free, but none of them were aware of it, and no one was in a rush to inform them. They ready? Okay. We're gonna keep going with some facts. Number two, there are many theories as to why the law wasn't enforced in Texas. News traveled slowly back in those days. It took Confederate soldiers in western Texas more than 2 months to hear that Robert E. Lee had surrendered at Appomattox. Still, some have struggled to explain the 30-month gap between the proclamation and freedom, leading some to suspect that Texan slave owners purposely suppressed the announcement. Other theories include that the original messenger was murdered to prevent the information from being relayed, or that the federal government purposely delayed the announcement to Texas in order to get more cotton harvest out of the slaves. But the real reason is probably that Lincoln's proclamation simply wasn't enforceable in the rebel states before the end of the war. You want to keep going? They need another one?
Y'all want another one?
Okay. Number three. I'm going to read number three. All right. The announcement actually urged free slaves to stay with their former owners. The people of Texas are informed that in accordance with a proclamation from the executive of the United States, all slaves are free. This involves an absolute equality of personal rights and rights of property between former masters and slaves, and the connection heretofore existing between them becomes that between employer and hired labor. The freedmen are advised to remain quietly at their present homes and work for wages. They are informed that they will not be allowed to collect at military posts, and they will not be supported in idleness either there or elsewhere. He said, they're ready.
Okay. All right. Okay, so let's make some noise for our mayor, Karen Weaver. Now, we can do better than that. Make some noise for her. All right. So we're going to go ahead and have these young people, which is our young people from Freedom School. Freedom School is on every second and fourth Saturday at Flint Odyssey House at 11 o'clock. We encourage you to bring your young people down there, young children, young teenagers, because this is cultural awareness at its finest. So we want to make sure that we instill our kids with the value and the substance and tell them about themselves. So come to Freedom School every second and fourth Saturday, and these are some of our youth. So I'm going to let them introduce themselves, and then they have a presentation that they'll do for you. What's your name, young lady?
Delilah. My name is Delilah, and I'm 8 years old, and I go to Anderson Elementary School.
Now look. We got young people out here. We got to encourage them. So when they clap and shout, they appreciate that, and that influences them to do great stuff, right? So when they say something, make sure you give them the best warm welcome that you can.
My name is Delilah, and I'm 8 years old, and I go to Anderson Elementary School.
My name is Dewan Robinson. I am 9 years old, and I go to McGrath.
My name is Ellen Tisdale. I'm 7 years old, and I go to Richfield.
Okay, so one of the things we learn about in Freedom School is character, right? Y'all three, right? So each one of y'all tell us something about character in your own words. No matter however you say it, just say it. Talk about character.
It's you believe in yourself, and you love yourself.
Character is when you doing the right thing, everyone knowing is looking.
Doing the right thing when no one is looking, I'm telling you. Kids need to know that for sure.
I am awesome.
All right. So now, there you go. And congratulate each other. You see that? See, if you teach a child early, you will never have to worry about them when they get an adult. Because they'll take these practices that we give them now, and they'll grow, and then it'll grow on them, and then they'll be able to give it back out to their peers. That's why it's so important to teach them early. Okay, so real quick, we're going to do the Freedom School mantra. The Freedom School mantra is an affirmation that we say. It's for empowerment. It speaks to ourselves and it speaks to our soul. So I'm going to let them take the mic, and they're going to go ahead and show it. So they're going to do it the first 3 times. After they do it the first 3 times, we would love for everybody to join along. We got that? We got it? All right.
I know me, I accept me, I love me, I forgive me. There's a higher power that lives within.
I know me, I love me, I accept me, a higher power lives within me. I know me, I accept me, I love me, I forgive me. There's a higher power that lives within.
Okay, now say it all together until we all follow these.
Please follow us. I know me.
I know.
Accept me.
I accept me.
I love me.
I love me.
I hide me. I forgive me.
I forgive me.
There's a higher power that lives within.
Higher power that lives within.
I know me.
I know me.
I accept me.
I accept me.
I love me.
I love me.
I forgive me.
I forgive me.
A higher power lives within.
A higher power lives within.
My babies, man. See, I'm telling you, man, these are our next future leaders right here. You got a future mayor, future state rep. You got a future businesswoman, right? You got all type of stuff, but we want to empower our young people. Always make sure that we give them the gift. Always make sure that we show them how valuable they are. Mother Deloney, where you going? Okay, all right, we got to check in. So, man, let's all give a round of applause for our founder, E. Hill Deloney. Without her, none of this stuff is possible. She brought this to Flint over 20 years ago, and we just thankful for her and the group that represents, that make these things happen. So, with that being said, we'll go ahead and move on to our next piece. We have a very, very special segment from Bethel Church. They're going to introduce their pageant, the Queen, and her court. So they have a wonderful presentation for us. So let's make some noise for Bethel Church.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome to Juneteenth. I'm a proud member of Bethel United Methodist Church. My name is Connie Williams, and I'd like to introduce our Queen of Bethel United Methodist Church, Janiyah Williams, which is also my daughter. Woo! And the Queen. Woo!
Hi everyone, my name is Janiyah Williams. I am a member at Bethel United Methodist Church. I am currently a senior at Central Michigan University. Fire up, Chips. I have a double major in neuroscience and psychology and a minor in biomedical science with a global certificate in cultural competency. So basically what that means, when I graduate, I want to go to med school and then become a pediatric neurosurgeon so I can come back to my city and help with the water crisis. So next, I'm going to introduce my court. So first one up is Skylar.
My name is Skylar. I went to Eisenhower Elementary School and now I'm in the 6th grade. And I'm 11 years old. I like to play basketball and my favorite color is red.
Okay, next up to the stage, we have the beautiful Journey. Come on, sweetheart. Hi, what's your name?
Journey. 6. First grade. Dinner wisdom.
What do you want to be?
A teacher.
In case you didn't hear her, she said she wants to be a teacher when she grows up.
Come on, baby.
Next up to the stage, we have Rihanna.
Woo! That's my sister!
Hi, my name is Rihanna and I am 5 years old. I go to International Academy of Flint.
Woo!
High school. Did you know I graduated from there?
Kindergarten.
First grade.
First grade.
And what do you want to be when you grow up?
A doctor.
Woo!
When I grow up, I want to be a doctor.
Wait, come this way. Next up to the stage, I have the beautiful Juniper.
My name is Juniper Boyteen. I am 7 years old. I'm going into 3rd grade.
What do you want to be?
I want
What's your favorite color?
my favorite color is purple.
All right.
Step to the stage. I'm going to have the wonderful young men that escorted all of these beautiful ladies today. So can I have you guys come up?
Hi, my name is Taylor, and I'm going to 8th grade, and I am 12. I like Fortnite, and my favorite color is blue.
I'm Makai Andrews. I'm 12 years old. I go to Hamady Middle School. I like playing basketball, and I want to be in the NBA when I grow up.
My name is Deshaun Gibson. I'm 14, out of Carmen, and when I grow up, I want to be in the NBA. I like to play basketball.
Come on, Devin. Next up to the stage, we have Devin. Come on, baby. It's my little peanut. All right.
Hello.
How old are you?
7.
What's your name?
Devin
What's your last name?
Gibson.
And what grade are you in?
2nd, about to go into the 3rd grade.
And what's something fun about you? What do you want to be when you grow up?
I don't know.
What's your favorite color?
There we go.
Blue.
And he said his favorite color is blue. And nope. Okay. And this is Bethel's court. Yes, sir.
Skylar, little boy. Woo! No, you got on heels. Come on. You gonna go? Yes. Big instant, go.
My grandbaby wants to say hi.
Hi! We gave out crosses like this. Where'd you get the cross from?
From
Who
here.
got this? From here. And what's this? No? What's your name? Say it one more time for me. Hi, and how old are you? 6. You want to take a picture?
She's about to die, but I'm gonna try.
There we go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It was nice meeting you.
Where's my phone? We should get my phone.
He's so cute.
I haven't stood this close to a neurosurgeon ever. Would you take our picture, please? Here's the phone right here. I got to hold it on. Let me see. Let me make sure it's on.
Close. Let's get to camera.
Yeah.
There it is.
All right, we back. Sorry about that. Okay,
He wants a picture first. I'll get one.
moving to our next segment. It is very, very important to vote, as we know. As we know, during this last election, or just in general, it's important that we go out to vote, voice our opinion. And the way that we move masses and get things done is by going to the polls, right? So with this next election coming up, it's very important that everybody get out to the polls. You go vote. Make sure you check the right box. Check for the one that's representing for you, right? So we don't want no Governor Snyder's appointees at all representing us. So I want to make sure that we point that out. Make sure that we go to the polls and vote. We have beautiful candidates here that's going to work for us, that's going to do the job. And she's going to definitely tell us all the things that really we want to know about her, how she can help, support, and then just kind of give us some words of encouragement. So with that being said, let's go ahead and give a warm welcome for the 7th Circuit Court candidate for Judge, Tabitha Marsh. All right.
Thank you. I am very appreciative of the opportunity to be before you and hanging out with you guys today. Today we're celebrating the importance of knowledge and how important it is for us to know what's going on. And I want to make you all aware, for those who are not aware, of things that are going on in this judicial race. This year, the Genesee County residents will have the opportunity to vote for 3 new judges. 2 seats are in the open race. I am not participating in that race. There are 8 candidates going for the 2 seats in the open race. However, I am in what's called the incumbent race. If you all recall, 4 years ago, our governor appointed people who were not from here to come here and make decisions about us. And those decisions were not in our best interest, and they led to the Flint water crisis. Again, the governor did the same thing about 3 or 4 months ago when he appointed someone that did not have roots in Genesee County to come and sit on our circuit court bench and make decisions about us. Well, I am running against that person this year for Genesee County Circuit Court Judge, because I do not believe that we should have someone from the outside coming into our county making decisions about us, but we need someone who was born right here in this community making decisions about us. My family is from Genesee County, from my grandparents to my parents, as well as I was born here in Flint, right up the street at Hurley Medical Center, and my husband and I are raising our children here as well. So it is very important that we have someone from this community sitting on our circuit court bench. And I am running in this race so that the Genesee County residents, and specifically all of you here in Flint, will have a choice. My opposition did not want you to have a choice. They have done everything that they could do to get me out of this race, to keep me from running against who Governor Snyder and some other politicians here have selected. But I am standing strong despite their threats, despite their intimidation tactics. I am standing strong so that each and every one of you will have a choice as to who you want to be your circuit court judge. So please keep that in mind in the election. We will not be on the ballot in August for the primary because there are only 2 people in my race, me and the person that Governor Snyder appointed. So I want you all to make a choice in November 6th. Remember the name Tabitha Marsh. Remember someone that is here in this race so that you will have a choice as to who you want your circuit court judge to be. Thank you very much.
Yay, Tabitha Marsh!
I got my phone on. Mine's is close though. The one that I can't look at it. No, I got it's close on. What the heck? She wants to make a donation each month. I don't have any more. She can use my app. Either cash out or check. She can give it to you. Yeah, for the judge. She can use my app. That's what you have. Yeah, if I can ask, she has to ask. Yep. I just go back. All of the other people that's running for judge are in a different race. Separate. So I'm not able to do it. How you get to know? That's all I said. Thank you. I appreciate that. But I'm not a spokesman. I don't want to say anything. That's the most important one. The word, because of some people want to get less. And so people are saying, it's this because they don't know that we're all on the same page. So it's a good thing. But two of them are in the open race, and one of them is what's called the incumbent race. So they end up all different in the back. So that's why it's going to be because you know, you see as judges and you know, look at them. You know how they do. So, like for example, in August, for the primary, yeah, the top 4 votes will be make you do right. Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right, man. We moving along, man. Hey, can you turn my mic up? Can you turn my mic up a little bit? Mic 1, mic check. Mic check. Yeah, there you go. Good day, Jeff. Man, definitely though, man. We keeping this party rolling. Now, we want to go ahead and bring up our featured act. Robert went already. All right. So we're going to let our young group, man, look at these beautiful people coming up on stage, man. You got to give it to them from the outfits to the looks to the personality. They one of the best. What's going on with you, big brother? You look like you're tired, man. You been beating all day? Yeah. Hey, listen, man, we appreciate you, man. Show us love, man. Definitely, though, man. You're doing a good work, though. Right? Especially these little kids, man. They need that. There's only a few of us out here. Trust me. All right. So, man, listen, man, we want to go ahead and build up more brothers and sisters, because that's what we do. We're going to talk about empowerment all day while we're here. Big shout out to the babies out there. It's very important, man, that we give back to them. But y'all all set? You got the pieces up here? You coming up here too? Okay, all right. Are y'all ready to do this? Huh? Yeah? All right, I know you is. Oh, the sticks? Okay. All right. She want to hear you. She want to hear you. You talking to him? Him? This your boy? I listen, man. You hear she calling you out, man. You gotta sound good out there. Listen, out of my days of being on stage, coming out, I feel like busting a 16 right now. Marquez, what's up, boy? Don't get the cheese and walking on. What's going on? Man, big shout out to these young visionaries. Hey, let me get y'all real quick, Thrash. I gotta give a thanks to y'all, man. Come on, Vate. Come on, Lamar. Where's Jeremy? Where's Jeremy? Cameron, Boomer. Come on. Jeremy. Joe. Man, I really want to go ahead and say a very, very thank you, a very, very special thank you for these brothers, man, right here, man, because it's a lot of hard work that go into putting these events on and just doing a lot of work, man, in the community. People don't see the long hours, activity afterwards, or what you do at night, and just kind of making sure things go right and everybody have a good time, because we put this on for you all. And so I just want to make sure that I acknowledge these people because they do a great work, right? The Juneteenth committee, this big shout out to Mrs. Taylor, Mrs. Muhammad, Mrs. Blake, Mother E. Hill Deloney, the whole team, right? Paul, let's make sure that we go ahead and lift up our people, man, because it takes a village to make this work, right? Right? All right now. So just thank y'all. I just wanted to make sure I acknowledge and say that. Right? From the heart. Got it? All right. Okay.
I want to give a big shout out to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. You know, man, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be here.
That's right. All right.
Great job.
All right. We ready? All right. Without further ado, our feature act for Juneteenth celebration 2018. Man, I see them doing this all around the city, even all around the country, man. Let's make sure that we pay close attention. We see the vibe, we see the work ethic they doing because they've been practicing and working on this. Let's show them and give them a big round of applause for Kungana.
All right, let's put our hands together, y'all. First of all, let's give God praise for this wonderful day in recognition for our people. Y'all can put your hands together for that. I'm gonna tell you. Now, we've been busy. If any of you have been following us, we've been in Detroit doing Juneteenth. We've been in Jackson, Michigan. We've been back here in Flint. Today, we were in Grand Rapids, and we're back in Flint again today. So Kungana has really been busy. We've been moving around, doing a lot of things. So it is our pleasure to be doing what we're doing for our ancestors. The first thing is what we call giving the drum call, giving honor to our ancestors for what we have been through. If some of y'all don't know the story about the drum, I'm gonna tell you just a little bit of this. You know, if they caught us playing them drum many years ago, they would cut our hands off. And when they did that, that's when we started coming with the ham bone. If any of y'all know about the ham bone. But today, hey little mama, how you doing? It's one of my little bosses up here, y'all. She play all the time with me. She wanted to be in that parade too, didn't you? You ready? Okay. Without further ado, y'all, our drum call. Did y'all enjoy that? Come on, let's give it up for my baby, y'all. Yeah. Let's give it up for Brianna, y'all. Yeah. My drummers, my youngins. He got enough energy to do that. You ever seen him in that parade, though? And then my son, y'all, Mr. Joseph Harvey, y'all, give it up for him. He been with me for many years. He's a great rapper too, y'all. He got a new. He got one out already. Yep. And I'm Baba Collins, y'all, from the African Drum and Dance Parent Association, Come On Out Drum and Dance Company. We love y'all. Keep it alive, y'all. The spirit lives on. Peace and love, y'all.
Once again, man, we are thankful for Baba Collins, man, and the gang. Let's make some noise. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Quick announcement. Anybody hungry?
Point up at the trees.
The fish is ready. So if you want to run over there, the fish is ready.
I never took it out.
Miss Muhammad.
Did you do that?
Miss Muhammad.
It might have stuck out.
Miss Muhammad. Anyway, the fish is ready. If you want a piece of fish, if you want something to eat, go see the young lady back there in the tent. She has a whole pound of fish and sides.
Oh, wow.
Gone?
The fish is gone.
You heard everybody say the fish is gone? Oh, she got more. She got more coming. More.
You walked past me about 35 times.
We just went into the
and they
crib
said
and got a couple
being
more
on
ass,
there.
so we're gonna be all right.
I look the same as I did since I was 6 years old.
This is true. How you doing, big
Yeah.
girl?
We all night with this. We here to 12 p.m.
All my crap up here a couple weeks ago.
Are you graduated from Lansing?
Oh yeah, I did.
Who's
graduate.
ready for more fun facts?
Get out of here with.
I got a bachelor's
What
in
about
sociology,
Juneteenth? Anybody's
a
ready?
bachelor's in anthropology with a
Good.
minor in education.
So you gonna go do some anthropology?
No,
Number
I'm
5.
opening a school that's focused on
Not all
educating
slaves were
and
free instantly. So you know, during that time of slavery, 1863,
I didn't major in archaeology,
the occupation was signed by Abraham Lincoln, but not all slaves were free.
She does it. She does it.
Texas is a large state,
I don't want to
and
do all
General
that. I don't want to
Granger's
do the dirty
orders
work.
were slow
I
to
know, I'll
spread.
cut you short.
According
Your
to
vocals didn't.
historian, many enslaved deliberately suppressed the
Yeah, y'all better watch
information
this while
until
these
after the
kids run
harvest,
around.
and some beyond that. In July 1867, there were 2 separate reports of slaves being freed, and one report of Texas horse thief named Alex Simpson, whose slaves were only freed after his hanging in 1869. So you got to know how important the information is. It's important for us to spread the information and spread the right information. Y'all young brothers ready? So with that being said, we have another group. These are teenagers from Freedom School. Come on up. Let's make some noise for these young brothers from Freedom School who grew up in Freedom School, who are now young adults. They're still teenagers, but they're growing up. They actually are big boys. Okay, so once y'all introduce yourselves, tell us how much. I like that when they take the initiative. Right? No, he's stepping up though. Okay, all right. I love this. Initiative though. I like it. Y'all teamwork. Y'all brothers. Who older? Okay. All right, man. So we're gonna have a group of teenagers. Mother Delone. Okay, she's talking to the group right now. All right, we're gonna pass it off to our young people.
Good evening. My name is Michael S. Williams. Good evening. My name is Michael S. Williams. I'm a 16-year-old junior who goes to Kearsley High School. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I take care of your
Back up, sister.
Good evening. My name is Military. Hello, I'm in 7th grade. Where you go to school at? Good evening. My name is Military. I'm 12 and I'm in 7th grade.
All right.
All right, so we're gonna talk about a couple groups that we're in. I'm gonna talk about Freedom School. We've been a part of Freedom School for 5 to 7 years, and it taught us about how to love ourselves, and it taught us about like our ancestors and where we come from.
Well, not
We was also in a group called it's a stuffing group and a group to it like teach you how to be a better person and being of excellence. We're in a group called Caution, and we go to marches, and we have our own African representatives.
What does Caution stand for?
Caution stands for Citizens Advocated United Together to Inform and Organize for a New Direction. And we have a few of the young people. They're going to demonstrate something from Freedom School that we learned, that they learned.
All of them. Alan, Dewan, them up there.
I did it afterwards. Just let me know when you want me to go. Yeah, they're both on. They're both on, yeah.
I am Africa, Asia, Europe, North America, South America, Antarctica, Australia, the world, equator, North Pole, South Pole, North Pole, South Pole. I am Africa, Asia, Europe.
We want y'all to say it after him. Everybody say it after him.
I am Africa.
I am Africa.
Asia.
Asia.
Europe.
Europe.
North America.
South America. Antarctica. Australia. The world. Equator. North Pole. South Pole. North Pole. South Pole.
I am Africa.
I am Africa.
Asia. Europe. North America. South America. Antarctica. Australia. The world. Equator. North Pole.
South Pole.
North Pole.
North Pole.
South Pole. I am Africa. Thank you.
Very good.
Man, I'm so proud of them young people, man. I'm telling you, y'all doing really good. Give me some, Alan. Oh, hold on, jump up when you do it. Jump up when you do it. All right, well, we gotta take it down a little now. Good job, y'all, bro. Caution, man. Big shout out to Caution. They're doing really good things, man. Them young kudos right there, too. So, man, shout out to y'all, brothers, man. Let's keep the energy going, right? All right, we're depending on y'all. Little mama, very proud of you.
Get your brother.
Right? All right. So, man, next, man, let's call up, let's get a word from another young guy who came from Freedom School and grew up in Freedom School. And now he's a young adult doing great things out there in California, interning, doing his thing, man. We so proud of the young brother. Make some noise for Paul Herring Jr.
All right. He talking about
So I'm gonna let y'all know that's Marcus, my little brother that's out in LA right now doing his thing, interning, having a good old time. But but I'm Paul Jr. Like Dewan was talking about earlier. I grew up in Freedom School. I actually think Freedom School started when I just popped out the womb. So I've been in Freedom School since day one, legitimately. Right now, I'm currently a senior at Michigan State University, studying media and information with a specialization in interactive media and design and a minor in inner information and communication technologies for development. So all that means is I'm pretty good with computers, and what I want to do is I want to bring that back here to our community. Yeah, as you see, we have all the cameras going on. We're live streaming to Facebook and YouTube. We're getting the media involved in the community, so that way not only do people see, we as a people, we're doing great things in our community, but we see that we're not just talk, we're about the action too. So, my dad's been doing this for years, it's in my blood. I'm coming back to the city to help give back as much as I can, but yeah, Freedom School has done a lot for me. Back when I was in Freedom School, I see they changed the mantra up a little bit. Back when I was here, we just talked about knowing ourselves, loving ourselves, and knowing that there was a God and a higher being within us. They've added forgiveness to the mantra now, and I think that's a beautiful thing, because at the end of the day, we have to learn to forgive ourselves for the things that we couldn't necessarily control, things that we do on to others that we don't necessarily agree with. So Freedom School has been a pivotal point in my life. It helped me learn about my history, because in school we never learned those things. We never learned about the continent of Africa. We never learned about our kings and queens. We never learned about Shaka Zulu. We never learned about Queen Nefertiti and all the things that she did in Egypt. It's not in our education, y'all. It's not in our education at all. So to have outlets like Freedom School who teach me about the people that look like me, and not just the George Washington, not just the MLKs, not the Washington Carvers, the others that came before them, way before them, that helped lay the road and foundation for the Martin Luther Kings, for the Coretta Scotts, for the Harriet Tubmans. Those are the people that they taught me about, and that I feel connected to today because of them, and because of Freedom School, Mr. Long, and Mr. Green, Ella Green Monk, for all those who don't know her. Rest in peace to Miss Diamond, who is also one of our instructors there. So if your kids aren't in Freedom School now, you guys aren't doing it right. I'm gonna tell y'all that right now. You need to get your kids involved in programs like Freedom School so they can learn about themselves, so they can feel comfortable with themselves, and so at the end of the day, they know who they are. But again, thank you for coming out. We have bounce houses over for the kids to enjoy. We have food from our wonderful vendors. Please stop by and give them a shout. And if you got the time, please stop and talk to Miss Deloney. She's a wonderful, beautiful soul, and she knows more and more. And if it wasn't for her, we wouldn't be out here doing the things we're doing today. All right, love y'all.
Man, big shout out to Paul Herron Jr. All right, Paul. Man, definitely doing his thing. We're glad to have him. All right. So, man, we're going to keep it rolling. Next, we'll break up another young brother, man, who is doing some great things in the city of Flint. He's a good brother of mine. Take care of his family. Loves his city, loves his people, a God-fearing man. Oh man, I can go on and on and on. And the list goes on, man. But let's make some noise for our beloved brother, Jamar Baker.
Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. How y'all doing? Say it's Juneteenth. Juneteenth. And I'm gonna shine. Come on, say it's Juneteenth. It's Juneteenth. And I'm gonna shine. And I'm gonna shine. Listen, I can't grab the mic without just thanking the founders, those that do great work in our community, including Ms. Deloney, including Paul Herring, and all those that are behind the scenes making this work. Me and Ms. Deloney worked together for several years, so I'm excited to be here and excited about brothers like Dewan, who is the future to carry Juneteenth and his team as well. So I am going to share a quick poem with you on today. I am going to share a poem entitled Real Talk, Real Men, Real Legacy. Real talk, real men, real legacy. Many have come before me. Many that struggled and overcame. Many that overcame poverty. Many that overcame oppression. Many that overcame injustice. And I, as one that is a recipient of that overcoming, is meant to be royalty, designed and fashioned to be royalty. But can I tell you that I missed the mark? Can I tell you that I didn't do everything that I was supposed to? As a young man, instead of embracing the prince that I was supposed to be, instead, I took my role as a hunter. I was taught that hunting was the way to gain your notoriety in the community. I was taught that being a hunter was the way that you would earn your rite of passage as a man. So many say, where are our men in the community? Can I tell you that many of us are lost in the woods, in the fall, hunting, chasing after women and doing things that are keeping us away from being the men in our village that we're supposed to be. We're supposed to be in the village with our heads tall, with our identity solid, taking care of our wives and raising our children. Instead, many of us are lost in the woods. We're tricked and giving up our royalty for every single short skirt and every single pretty smile that comes our way when we're supposed to be kings. Many men are spreading our seeds and not taking care of them, and we wonder where is our harvest. We wonder why we are blessed the way that we're supposed to be. A blessing comes when you are and have the courage to take care of just one woman. The blessing comes when you have the heart to be true to your family. The blessing comes when you are able to connect with your children and raise them up and bring up strong young men and strong young women. So the question is where are our men? Are we standing tall in our community and doing all that we can do? I want to submit to you and I want to say on to you today that we need to be like Michael Jackson. We need to be smooth and moving past any kind of temptation and moving forward past any type of obstacles in our way. We need to be like Mike and we need to be like Tyson. One that is feared and one that the community knows that you can't mess with our women, you can't mess with our children because we are on our posts. You need to be like Michael Jordan and fly and take flight in your life so that others can see you as a man, raised up like a banner and have something to aspire to. Don't be like Jordan because Wakanda is forever and the village don't take brute force lightly. Listen, I want to leave you with this, is that we are real men. That it took for me to realize that after being and focusing on my wife and my children, that after 12 years of being a man that is faithful, loving my children and seeing my wife do great things, that is what it takes to be a real man. So men, if you're with me, I want you to say, I'm a real man. I will leave a real legacy. Say, I'm a real man, and I will leave a real legacy. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time and attention. God bless you.
Real man.
Dewan, my brother, great job.
Man, y'all got a very, very deep man, right? You paying attention to him? You should be watching him, right? Every step of the way, watching him carry his bags, make sure you learn from him, pick his brain. You just stay there. Some son just be around me even when we have meetings, so he just kind of catch this stuff, right? Because one day you're going to turn it over. You got to be ready to receive it, right? You big bro, right? You the oldest, right? All right, now we depending on you. You look like you're strong and ready to go now. All right, you take care of your little brother? Yes. That's my man. There you go. Man, that's what keeping the culture alive is about. That's what it's all about. Channing, you ready?
12 years.
We're going to do something special for you, guys. You ain't gonna want me to tell you. We're going to do something special for you. You ain't want me to tell you.
Wow.
Right. Team player, guy. One more time, big shout out to these young folks. They stepping up.
Thanks for coming and sharing.
We got to delegate roles to them. Actually, just give them roles. Tell them to figure it out. Where is Jeremy? All right, man. So we back at it. Lamar is one of our little brothers, man, coming up in the game. He gonna leave us for a month or two, man. He gonna go ahead and go to Ohio and go to work at Cedar Point. So we're gonna miss him while he's gone. But before he leaves, he's gonna bless us with some beautiful music. So make some noise for Chandon Omega Brown.
Yo, can I get everybody attention real quick though? Like, how many fans of real hip hop you got here? Like real rap though, like none of them the other stuff, like some real rap.
Yeah, I'm
Alright,
gonna
cool.
go up there.
Alright, so this song I made it for the black community. I want everybody to listen. The name of the song is called Listen. My rap name is Omega.
I can go 100 more days.
Yeah.
Sorry, I stepped up. This road's too strong right here.
Yeah.
We got to take it down tonight.
Hey.
They call us evil, they kill our people, they call us equal and talk the sequel. Shoot us down cause the law is lethal. When this broken system breaking law is legal. White talking peace and fame ain't peaceful. Fought for freedom and our wounds are bleeding. Feel like all we do is seek our peak and we ain't seen no peaks, it's the fall from Eden. Hearts are beating, I've been reading all about the game and I'm about to teach it. Rappers speaking but they sound the same and every song they play don't got no rhyme or reason. They a different breed, the angels see inside them, you can see it in the way they thinking. Everybody wanna be a god or prophet, people came to sing the saints and demons. And they don't sell it if it needs to be. I sell my feelings and I reach each lane. All those on the right is free hand. Anybody who get these shots like freelance. Still around the world without selling dreamland. Eyes wide open and close exclusive. Think about our eye, we'll get exclusive. We all wanna see what's real, the truth is. We ain't get ready. Pressure, ain't get heavy. You all in the belly, the beast, you are what you eat. So I'm swallowing the truth, I'm clear. I was on the edge, my friends ain't there. They work in the hood, every guy across the street. Every nigga moving run around with a race. They ain't even pass signs, they all got theories. They all got theories. We all finna make it out. If I'm trying to make a way. I'm young and we hate to shout. We hear them out.